Welcome to the Fan Club YouTube channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below. I think the funniest photo that I saw from the stories, which, by the way, I did think that you guys did a good job on the entertainment side.
Heck yeah.
Snap and IG, that keeping up with things. But the funny photo at Indy 500 was the peace sign one, when everyone was doing that peace sign one. I was just laughing at Frizz in that photo. You know which one I'm talking about?
I think so.
It was like before, it was with Amber, and everyone was
Peace
like
sign.
leaned over and doing the peace sign.
What part of the track? Where were you on the track?
You were outside. I think you were outside. I think you were right by Tin Roof or something.
So-
Or after.
Oh, it was
Could have been
that
the
one.
concert,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, we were outside Tin Roof, I think.
It was still daylight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, if I saw that photo, I'd remember.
Was it posted on our Instagram carousel?
It could have been. Maybe. It was on the story, that's for sure.
Oh.
It was outside Tin Roof. Remember? We were all wearing our white shirts.
Yeah.
Right? That one?
Yeah, we
These
all
ones are pretty funny.
we all dressed purposely like that too, which is the
Yeah.
funny thing.
We got changed in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway bathrooms.
We had the same.
We all walk
tops and
We all
pants.
look at each other. Oh, white top?
Yeah, that was not.
That
That was
wasn't
not
planned?
planned.
No, that was
Oh
not
God,
planned.
no.
Because all the fits were in different bags. Like he's kind of. I put mine in Will's.
I
but
just
like.
me, Cuddy, and Frizz just got those shirts last week from American Eagle.
Oh, those are all the exact same shirt.
no, they're different, but
Just
they're
kinda
all,
like
they're all
same.
white.
No, I didn't put
You
an
got a
order
button
in.
down.
I got that shirt a long time ago.
Regardless, that is
yeah.
really funny that we all had the white tees.
Regardless, we
Yeah.
look like
Regardless.
Well, there's a
We
few
look
times
like
people said like,
Daddy's money.
yeah, a few
Yeah.
times people said like, did you guys plan this? And no one's gonna believe you when you say no, we didn't plan this.
See, this is my favorite picture.
Yeah, that's when we're
Our
just
first meal.
grubbing hard.
We were traveling all day.
Yeah, we were.
Oh,
watching,
that's what those kids call it now.
We were watching
Yeah,
every big box sporting, eating some good food. We had the
Yeah, we had Amber's race going on one TV,
Yep.
the hockey game on the other, and the basketball game on
So
another one.
We're fully updated for this episode because
We
we
watched
watched,
a lot of
it all.
Yeah.
We
What
saw
was the coolest part about Indy 500? Best part?
My favorite part was the environment, because when you hear there's 345,000 people attending this race, you don't really wrap your head around how many people it is until you're there. Like, just that energy and like the sheer amount of people at this race was crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot. Is that more than Talladega?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Way more.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
hard to believe that you could get
I
more
know.
people
So you
at a
know
race.
the grandstand at Talladega?
Yeah.
This one was probably double the size. I don't know.
It
Is that a fair statement?
Yeah,
Double the
it probably
size?
wrapped around 3/4 of the whole thing, and they had three or five holes of a golf course like in the infield.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
there's
wow.
a
And a
golf
full
course, but
concert
then
stage.
3 of the holes are inside the track.
So some of it's inside, some of it's outside.
Uh-huh.
So if you're playing the track, you got to go in.
That's where Kyle Larson
Sick.
landed his chopper right on the green.
That's so cool.
Talladega Speedway is peak capacity of
So
175,000.
it doubles it. Basically
Basically.
Yeah.
doubles it. Wow. That's hard. That's actually kind of hard to wrap your head around because there was a lot of people there. And
Yeah.
What made it worse?
yeah.
It was raining all day on race day.
Uh-huh.
So there's 300,000 plus people sitting there in the rain, drinking, eating, getting tired, getting rowdy as
Yep.
the day goes on. And I think that was my favorite part of the weekend was race day, and how fun that we made the rain delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't get to see.
You can see a single thing.
We didn't get to see anything.
So you didn't get to see at all any Indy cars driving, or did you for
Just
a
a-
warm up or anything?
The 2-seaters.
Just the 2-seater rides that they were given. Like they did that all day on
But-
race day.
But from the actual like fleet, we didn't see any. We saw them. I guess they wheeled them out. We could see them from a distance. No, you were up on the track, so you probably saw them up close, didn't you?
what?
The cars, or were they not?
Oh
out there
yeah,
at that point.
I saw him on the right before the race. That was probably my favorite part. Was going
on the grid.
on the grid for the starting line right before the race started, because there's so many people out there, and all the cars are just like in their like starting positions, and the drivers are just like talking to their teams, like going over the last few things. But then there's like spectators just walking around. Like Frizz and Felipe got a picture with Pato right before the race.
I was gonna say that, not to change my favorite moment, but that was fun interacting with Callum and Pato, because both those guys are very personable and very just like, I don't know, like they actually were taking our hockey quiz serious and kind of wanting to interact with us.
Oh, how did they do in the quiz?
Good.
Callum
Pretty
killed
good.
it. He got like
Yeah.
every question right. Pato, I don't think he did well, but he has zero background in hockey. Callum, he's been to an Indy Fuel game, so he's seen Jordo's team play, and
Nice.
I mean, he grew up in the UK, so he gets field hockey, I guess.
So did you realize that that whole McLaren team, from the top down, racers included, they live in Indy for 3 weeks every May.
It's crazy. I did not know that.
It's 3 weeks leading up to that race. They don't have any races before. It's all about every weekend they do something in their cars, and otherwise they just live in Indy for 3 weeks.
Wonder where they live. That'd be cool to see. Like, I'm sure they're on like a Airbnb community,
I
like
have
big
no idea.
houses, I bet.
Yeah, and I hadn't
Crazy.
3 weeks.
I haven't heard of these drivers like Pato before this weekend, and just by looking at the comments and everything, it seems like Pato,
Yeah,
like
popular guy.
he's a well-known
Mhm.
guy that it's funny because we just never hear about race car drivers and Indy car drivers. So what was he like? That is there just because there's such a big fan base that they all have their favorite drivers? It seems like he was more popular than a NASCAR driver
For sure.
would be.
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I creeped on his Insta, and he's also a F1
backup driver.
backup driver.
That's sick.
So if, like, for instance, a Kyle Larson dealio with a delay, if that ever happened to F1 and Pato was there, he would go and be the replacement.
For
Who's the McLaren drivers for F1 again?
it's
Lando and
Landon, yeah.
Oliver or something, I think.
So he's like
Is
right
Pato-
there.
Is he our age?
He's 25.
Yeah.
25.
You were younger.
Yeah, when
99.
we were in the garage and he just showed up and he saw us there and we were just like kind of talking to each other, and he just like kind of introduced himself and then started like talking about his car. Like he ripped off the hood in the back and showed us the engine, and
He showed us the
He was-
steering wheel, dude. The steering wheel
Yeah.
is crazy.
That looked cool.
he was showing us everything.
What-
Like, and then the people that we were working with that coordinated everything, they're like, oh yeah, these are the hockey guys, these are the guys that you're going to be filming content with. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he was really
he was
nice.
just being super nice, like just in general.
What did you learn about those steering wheels? Because those things look like video game controller.
That's
Oh,
how he
yeah.
described it. He's like, it's a
There's-
controller.
There's something for everything.
They have
Literally everything. you
they
can
have
think
two
of.
shifters on the back, like a controller, and he can pick. They do the same thing, but he picks which side he's using depending on like the turn, like what turn he's going to be doing.
Yeah, he said
That's cool.
he like broke down every one of the buttons on there because there's a bunch of buttons, and he was telling us like I would use this button in this scenario. I don't ever use this button, and yeah, he was doing all that.
See, if he's trying to save gas, he'll turn the dial down. Like there's a dial on there, and it doesn't make you go faster. Obviously, like when you need speed, he'll turn that dial up.
So
I
crazy.
don't know. Yeah.
So-
One of the-
So there's so many things to think about when you're going 220
Well, that's what
miles
someone
an hour.
asked him that question, which was funny. Like, how do you focus? Because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And the other funny question that someone asked was like, "What do you do for a pregame meal the night before the race?" And you want to know what he said?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what he would have said. That could be funny. He probably eats what? McDonald's?
His pregame meal is cake.
Cake?
He loves
Cake.
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 He just wants to eat cake.
He
goes
said
in
there's
his cake.
there's a spot in Indy that he just loves their cake.
So did you say that's the night before? Or
The night before.
Yep.
He just eats cake.
And then his pre-race ritual is just he stretches. He doesn't put headphones on or do any sort of like. He didn't say he's superstitious. I don't think.
It's
No.
kind of cool how drivers, they're all
What does he stretch? His
This is what he did.
He did this one.
Because we asked him like, what do you do? He's like, well, I do stretches, and then he kind of made a joke.
Yeah.
Like, one of these.
He's like, yeah, I just loosen up my body like this.
It's crazy how drivers are so calm. They all have their mental just dialed because
Uh huh.
If you don't, I mean, you probably suck. But
Yeah. Well, I saw
they just they're walking around talking to people 2
Yeah.
minutes before they get in a car.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
those
they
200
literally-
it's insane.
They'll be talking to fans and whatever, and then they'll give the call and they'll hop in the car, and then freaking 1 minute later they're off.
Yeah, I was hitting through Arrow McLaren's Insta stories, and during the rain delay, it was like Callum was out in the rain, like moonwalking and stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
then
So
fun
laid
with it.
back.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun. If it would be really fun to be a part of a racing team.
Mhm.
Oh, you got a racing shirt on.
Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, that's right.
PCT.
Look at that. Yeah, this is my uncle's racing team.
We got
That's
some Arrow
hilarious.
McLarens. We got PCT,
PGT.
PGT.
It probably looks like a C.
Those are bad.
Yeah, overall, McLaren was a great brand to work with. They treated us really well.
Yeah,
They're great.
glad you guys had fun over there at the Indy 500.
It's my new thing,
Racing.
racing.
All we got to do is get a couple of those fire suits and walk around.
Yeah. Things
Felt-
are hot, dude.
felt
People
pretty
love
cool.
ya.
So hot.
Yeah.
You're walking around in a fire suit. People are like, "Oh, that guy's a big deal."
Yeah, he's important.
You should have.
He's important.
If you would have kept that thing, and imagine going to like Costco here in Minneapolis
Yeah.
with that on.
We were thinking about if
Filling
we,
up with gas at the gas
They
station.
let if they let him keep for the weekend, we would have worn him the whole time.
Oh, yeah. They were hot, dude. I couldn't
They were
imagine
really hot.
how warm they are. And then, like, Amber was telling us, like, in Talladega that it's, like, 140 degrees in the car.
It's a sauna.
Oh, man.
Now it's funny when you see people wearing those because it's obviously just a costume. It's not like the legit suits because remember the Wonder White guy we saw in Talladega?
The Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread. Yeah, those would be pretty funny to have. If all 5 of us had like this, like whatever,
Different suits.
different suits or something, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Next time.
No, we just walked around in our Air McLaren shirts, pretending that we were the owner's kids or something. We were little preppy boys walking around the racetrack.
Yeah.
Their badges on.
Spoiled.
Yeah, it's not nearly as like free, or I don't know what the right word would be, but like Talladega, it seemed like a little like I don't mean this in a bad way, but grungier. Like it was just
Yeah.
more like
Lawless.
lawless camp. And here is like I don't know, it's not the same as all the RVs and campers.
It's also crazy how that Speedway neighborhood, like across the street, there's just like
Yeah,
little
it's a
It's
houses.
just
neighborhood.
a,
and it's welcome racers on like every
It's just tiny little
window.
community. It's not in Indianapolis, really.
Yeah, it's not like it's in
It's not downtown
city
or anything.
or
Nope.
yeah, it's
It's
actually
a good
in
half
like
hour
a-
out.
It's like in
Yeah.
a suburb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Old suburb that's capital of racing, I guess.
Mhm.
That's what they say. I believe it.
Yep. It was a fun time.
The funny thing too was they had an EDM concert like constantly going on. So like during that whole morning of the race, you could just hear them like partying over in turn 3, and we were like on the straightaway right after turn 4. I can't imagine what it's like there
Yeah.
during the race
Well, actually,
all day.
I don't know if it was Ashley or someone else mentioned to Frizz, then Frizz relayed it to us, but they don't count that 340,000 people is not including the rave because
The snake
a lot
pit.
of the Snake Pit people are there for the concert and then they don't have like a racing ticket.
That's insane.
So there's, I don't know, maybe,
Probably 10,000 people there.
yeah, over at the rave. And
So
they're
it's
not
like-
included in the race count.
It's weird because it's like 2 separate events going on in the same spot.
Yeah.
Like
And
then
people
there's
are
a-
going just for the rave.
Then there's a poor guy who's just trying to go out for his Sunday tea time.
Yeah. And then there's a old crowd that's trying to golf.
Oh, you can still go for a round as this is all going on.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
That's crazy.
The guys, because we asked about if we can get a tea time, like jokingly, and the guy said that golf course has been this like weekend of that golf course been booked up for like half a year now,
Yeah.
like that tea times and shit. But I can only imagine how expensive that round
Well,
would have been.
So if you would hit a ball, could you possibly like slice it onto the track?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Imagine being that guy where you slice a ball and cause a 30-car wreck.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know, but I'm
I
also
doubt it.
sure that I'm sure there's someone there not letting you play when the cars are coming by or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure
like, how
there's
is
some
it
sort of thing where they don't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
It'd be too easy.
trying to play golf with a bunch 32 cars ripping by you.
Yeah.
It pushes
Or
your
even
ball
with, like,
the wind
Yeah.
further.
Hit the ball into the snake pit.
What cars do you like better? NASCAR cars or open wheel cars?
I don't know. I think I like the NASCARs better. It's more of a car vibe. I always think of like the Indy cars as like go-karts.
They're like spaceships.
Yeah.
Almost.
They do go faster though.
I didn't realize they go
So
50 mile an hour
They're
faster.
faster and lighter.
And if you
More
crash,
dangerous.
way more dangerous.
Their
Amber was
heads are
saying way more people die in
Yeah, in
IndyCar than NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't know which one. Like, they're cool looking, but I think I would pick a NASCAR
Mhm.
race car.
Yeah.
too.
It is crazy how dangerous those things just
When they were going on the straightaways during the race when we were watching it, 220
Well, they qualified
miles
for
an hour.
the pole.
by
Pole
the top
sitter, right?
speed.
Is that the term? Pole sitter? It was like 240 was their trial time.
So
Those are
crazy.
track record.
That's fast. That's insanely fast. 240 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would have been scared in that two-seater.
Yeah, those things were going like 180.
Yeah.
Crazy.
When we went up to the fence when two-seaters were coming by, and it was, you felt it through all your bones.
How fast would you have been doing in
180.
that? You would have
180.
Yeah, that would have been good. I feel
Yeah.
I feel bad for you guys. I wish you would have got to.
Could have got it on
I know.
GoPro.
Would have been
Yeah.
crazy.
Our heads like would be like this.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Next time.
I would have been like this. Passed out.
Next time. There's always a next time, they say, right?
So there's next time when there's actually a job opening at McLaren that.
Oh, yeah, there is.
We're putting a 3-for-1 application in. This wonderful man named Michael, British guy, was he was running the hospitality. Super nice guy, running both the suites, making sure everyone's having a good time. And it was
Yep.
his last ever race. Was the Indy 500. So there's a job opening.
He was a nice.
We're gonna go host the McLaren suites at every race.
You guys would be good at that.
I think it'd
Make
be
sure everyone's
it'd be pretty
good.
easy trying the.
You just got to be friendly.
Everyone there is already in good spirits. I think.
I think he was doing more behind the scenes than we know.
Probably.
He was
Probably,
making
yeah.
sure traffic was moving through, getting people.
And
He's
now
just walking
skill,
around
though.
with a bucket of chocolate, like
Yeah, during the
passing
rain
them out.
delay, he was just being a nice,
He was
friendly,
good.
friendly
Great
British
guy.
man.
Wish you all the best.
Shout
in
out, Michael.
retirement.
Yeah.
Hire us, Bruce McLaren.
Can I got one thing to say before we talk about hockey
hear
this
it.
week, because we just had Memorial Day, and so we took the day off on Memorial Day. Get a Snapchat from Will. Will says he does the Murph workout, which for those of you that don't know, technically Murph is with a 20 or 25, or I think it might be 25. I saw
think
one
it's
thing that
20
said
and-
25.
20 and 14.
20
Pound
That's
weight
what I
vest?
saw.
Oh,
Male,
weight
female.
vest.
Yeah, you throw in a weight vest.
Something
You
like that.
you run 1 mile, then you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats, and then you finish with another mile. So Will sends a snap and he does it, and I was planning on doing it too that day, but I gotta say, if you finished that and did all those things, you're in far better shape than I am, because
You couldn't do it, eh?
I couldn't do it.
Really?
I let's say I could do it. It would have
Did you-
taken me over an hour.
Did you split it up like I did?
I did. I even did split it up. What got me was that I couldn't do the chin-ups.
Shoulders hurting ya?
I was doing like sets of 4 at a time, like max, after I hit 30. So it was like
It's
30 to
taking you
34,
forever.
34 to 38. And then I'm doing like I could do the air squats and the push-ups I could have got through.
Yeah.
But I was doing this. I was like already 40 minutes in. I was only 50 pull-ups in. Everything else was near the end. But I'm like, this is going to take forever. And I was gassed, so I finished off with the
Fair.
run.
Yeah.
And then, so I kind of did half the reps, and it still took me in the 40s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, if Will did all those reps in 40 some minutes, he is for sure in far better shape than
It's
I
an
am.
Iron Man.
I did. I did it. Truthfully did it.
I got a funny text
And
last night.
Crazy.
I think obviously the hardest part was the pull-ups, but I think my legs are way more sore today.
Really?
Right here.
Air squats.
But the secret of that, I mean, I've just been doing a lot more pull-ups than normal the last 2-3 months.
Yeah.
So I think that
Pull-ups
just
is
makes
the
a huge
hardest.
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
It's just
Pull-ups
like
are so hard.
if you do push-ups every day, you're going to be good at
You
push-ups.
can-
But
if
I've
you-
been doing pull-ups basically every day.
yeah,
for the
that
last
helps
few
so
months,
much
so.
because
That's what helped. And I wouldn't say I was perfect form for 100 pull-ups. God, no. But
How about you, Cuddy? Did you do a workout yesterday?
No, I did not. Went for a walk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
Maybe
when
next year we'll try the Weight Fest.
When you finished with the mile run, how hard was it to even? I was going slow too. I was at like
Run hurt.
9:30 pace,
The run hurt.
and I couldn't lift my arms. Like there was so
Jello
much pain in my
arms.
shoulders and
I was like
arms to
this.
even like it was so uncomfortable.
If you
doing
guys had
that
your
last
shirts
mile.
off running that last mile, like you would have looked so swole.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
planning on doing the last mile outside, but it started to hail.
Really?
Oh.
So I just walked right over to the treadmill
Huh.
and just did it. But thank God no one was in there because I was actually running like this.
Yeah. And
Looked
now
like a big
imagine,
Hulk.
imagine doing that with a weight vest on.
I don't know how
Yeah.
people do it. The record, I looked it up, like the CrossFit actual record. Truthfully, doing it with the weight vest is like 30-some minutes.
So
Oh,
fast.
So
Cranking it
without
out.
the weight vest, I bet that person could have done it in
Well,
20
I think
something.
Yeah.
the
Like, that's
CrossFit
insane.
way is what Lawson said, where you can't move on to the next exercise until you finish, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
That's doing 100
So it's 100
push-ups or
pull-ups?
100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats. Mile
So,
in front, mile in back.
Yeah. And
I
you'd
think
have
we
to take
should-
a break.
Maybe we'll do
obviously.
it in a few weeks. We could all do it together.
That's interesting. I'm gonna try that.
Let's
now.
have a race.
Do you think
Work-
you do good?
Yeah, work on your pull-ups.
Not no. I'd have to.
Pull-ups
yeah.
hard.
Pull-ups
Yeah.
are tough.
Yeah,
Haven't been in the gym in a while.
I could tell. Just kidding. Just kidding.
What do you mean? We were talking about you've been looking good. Man.
Yeah, you've been
I've
looking
been
slender.
traveling.
We were talking about this.
Went from North Dakota to
We all stay
Indianapolis.
skinny because we just
Won't
won't
eat.
eat. That's us, Nickelback.
I'm living like Nickelback.
Let's talk about hockey.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we had some good games this weekend. Our dang Panthers couldn't pull it off. They've lost 2 overtime games now
Yeah.
against the Rangers.
Well,
After speaking with Johnny Laz.
That sucked, eh?
that was a bummer. That's a game of inches, and that's exactly what
Yeah.
what the one of the players said after the game, that they're 1 inch away from being 3-0 in the series.
Who got that winner again? Was it Trocheck?
Lindgren did.
Oh, it was Lindgren. Yeah.
From a soft shot from the point, but there's a screen in front, so
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Hockey.
Didn't the guy in front of the net tip it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Kinda
I actually
thought. I don't
swear that
know.
It might have at the
scored
point
it
it was
easily.
Lindgren.
It easily could have got tipped.
Where did we
Yeah.
see the winner? In the hotel room?
Yeah, they had it initially as Lindgren for sure, unassisted.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
But that they could have definitely changed because we didn't watch any of the replay or anything. We just saw it and turned the
Yeah.
game off.
Well, then like as soon as that went in, you guys see like Bobrovsky was like,
Yeah, he was like,
Oh, yeah, no
like,
goal.
I don't know
didn't
what he
want
was
it.
saying. Like he wasn't getting touched by him.
I think
So
it
the
was
other
goal
thing
interference. He
I was
complaining
thinking he
about.
was saying was it was a high stick.
Yeah, that was like the game before too. It was the same dealio. Like they reviewed.
Oh, it was Goodrow.
He got both of them.
No, Trocheck had a goal.
No, because Goudreau got
Trocheck had the winner.
the
That's what I thought,
overtime
yeah.
winner. So
He's
he
the one who
tipped
tipped it.
Okay,
Mhm.
That's why.
dang, can't do anything about that. Goudreau got the first one.
Yeah.
The game before, where that one
Isn't
they
it
thought was high tick.
Goodrow,
Goudreau, whatever his name. Yeah.
Goudreau.
Goodrow.
Well, Goudreau is you're gonna get him
Goodrow.
confused with Columbus. Johnny
It's like a
Goudreau.
different spelling. It's weird.
Yeah,
Same
it's like,
pronunciation.
It's like
Same
good.
exact thing. Yeah, then Barclay had 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago. Holy smokes,
Yeah.
my days are off.
Yeah, that's like what I
Him
was
and
saying.
Laffy.
The Panthers. That's so like pretty demoralizing. You know, when you're that close and now you're
Mhm.
down in the series.
Tough losing a Sunday afternoon game in Fort Lauderdale on Memorial Weekend
Yeah.
when you know it was probably rocking in there.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see the games tonight. This is a huge game because if Rangers go up 3-1 heading back home, it's a
Yeah.
tall feat.
Yeah, I think they got it if they can pull off a win here, but at home,
Yeah.
I think the Panthers are gonna be able to
Yeah, I think they got it.
get this one.
Panthers winning this one.
We talked about it last time. I think maybe not with Laz, but maybe the episode before Laz, we were talking about Lafreniere.
Yes.
I forgot how
Lafreniere.
he corrected us, but
Yeah.
that guy has been having an absolute killer playoff.
He's kind of a beast.
Like he's finally
This
coming into his
series.
own.
This series for sure.
Yeah,
he
his
had 2
goal,
goals at one game.
His goal is
Yeah, that was
very
sick.
nice.
That was sick.
And then how about the and the Trouba elbow?
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh,
I don't know if I
you
saw
guys
that
didn't
either.
see
I
that?
saw it. It was a big reach.
That was he got
Weird.
fined $5,000 for it.
Who'd he
Did
elbow?
he get suspended at all?
No,
Nah.
Who'd he elbow?
I can't remember who he elbowed. The player.
Comped?
No, it was
No, it was
it
right
was
to the
really
neck.
interesting. It was a very interesting take because, like, it was very much looked like he was going for the elbow.
It was on Rodriguez.
Huh.
And like the guy fell and everything like that. The replay looks really bad on Trouba's part,
Yeah.
but it was a bit of talk about whether his elbow like really hit him in the head or if he hit him in the back of the shoulder.
Yeah.
At least he got fined for it. But
Uh-huh.
I'm really surprised that
Oh yeah,
something.
Dude, I don't like Trouba.
Oh my God,
Like
what the
every
heck?
year he
don't
does.
know
Dude,
why
it looked
he's-
like he tried to clothesline him.
I know.
I'm not a big Trouba
Like
guy.
who does it?
because
That
of
guy's
that.
clearly by you. Like
But he
you're
got
not
it.
Yeah.
It also. Yeah, it definitely got him in the jaw.
Yeah, and then
Ouch.
there's even people talking about a little bit of an embellishment.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Maybe that just made
It
it,
kind of
look
just looks
a
like
lot
he
worse.
kind of almost just rubbed his arm.
Huh.
I don't know that. It probably
It
wouldn't
was like
feel
a
too
side
good
of the
to-
head.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
like right here.
And regardless
tough
of
spot.
how he made contact with him, it was the fact
he
that
looks so dumb.
the whole thing looked like he was trying to take his head off.
This page rocks. This YouTube page.
Oh, tough call.
It's called Tough Call, and they just put out things for people to argue.
There you go. Maybe that's our factoid. We
Yeah.
go on toughcall.com and see what's new.
Yeah.
And then another thing, I
awesome.
think this next game will be pretty chippy too. Even after Panthers lost, then bench crossing as the other guys are hopping the bench, other guys getting off the ice.
Were they pushing each other?
Yeah, there's because someone like slashed Rempe right in the back.
No way.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I want to see this
Laz,
video.
Laz got it on video on his Twitter.
So what did Rempe do?
He just like turned around. He was kind of like gliding backwards. He just turned around, was kind of taunting, like nothing really happened. But
Yeah.
it was like a shoulder bump, and then the other player swung around and actually just gave him a whack in the back.
So
Like
Rempe,
after the game was over.
I don't
which
think
you
Rempe's playing.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I
Rempe.
don't
He
think
was
so,
scratched
man.
for a while, and the last few games he's been in, they won obviously or have won.
He just doesn't.
He doesn't play much though, regardless.
That's the thing. where
He
it's
was getting
weird.
put in like the last minutes of the game
Well,
though.
The game we were watching
Yeah, that was the last
at
game.
the hotel. I don't know if you saw Rempe got hit pretty good. Like he
I didn't
fell
see
right
that.
on his butt.
he got laid out.
He got laid out,
That was so funny.
and it was just kind of funny to see that he like was coming down the wall with the puck, and one of the defenders came and like blew him up, and
He had
like
a tough shift there.
yeah. So it made
That's
him
good.
kind of
That's
seem like a
good to
little
see.
guy.
They were buzzing around him too. They made him look like he shouldn't belong. Like he doesn't belong out there. Like he was just too big and slow. And
He
Yeah.
played 10 minutes that night.
yeah, that's the most he's played in the playoffs.
Yeah, 4 minutes the
Wow, he
Sunday.
drastically dropped Sunday's game. Things are tightening up in the playoffs. You can't. You just gotta ride with your.
They just
big
don't want to
dogs.
go on the kill. They don't want to risk going on the penalty kill.
Yeah. What did he say again? That he had a post-game interview, and he said like Jiminy Crickets. I think it was, like someone asked him like, what was it like for you going out there like that late in the game?
Oh,
or
yeah,
getting
he
your number
said-
called. I think he literally said Jimmy Crickets or something.
He's an interesting guy.
Jiminy Crickets.
Like he was surprised that
Yeah.
he got his number called to go on the ice. Well,
Are we gonna watch the game? We should watch the game somewhere after our hockey game, or will it be done by then?
I'd probably be done.
Yeah. We have a late
Close
one
to being
tonight.
done.
We do have a late one.
9. Yeah, I think it'll probably be damn near over by the time we get off the ice.
It'll start at 6, won't it?
6 or 7. 7 at the latest, our time. And then by 9, that's like third period. I'm hoping to come off the ice, check my phone for the scores, and Panthers just lopsided
Panthers are up
lead.
4-1.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you did that last time at the airport. Or what did you say?
I was pissed because it was 2-2, and then I went.
No,
we were-
right when we got to
Oh,
the
yeah.
airport.
You're like, Florida's up, boys. 4-2. And then we're like, heck yeah. And you're like, oh, never mind. It was Rangers are up 4-2.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then by the time we sat down at that
That
little
was-
bar, it was 4-4 somehow.
Yeah.
It's like,
that
what?
was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Should we move over to the West?
Yeah.
Bring it down to the West? Okay, here's one stat I want to put out there before we talk. So this is NHL leaders in points, playoff points. Number 1, McDavid, 25. Number 2, Draisaitl, 25. Number 3, Evan Bouchard, 22. 1, 2, and 3 leading points are Edmonton.
Yeah,
Yet
that's
they're
pretty crazy.
down in the series.
Pretty cool for those guys.
They're
But
the only 3
that-
guys pulling their weight.
yeah, they got
Oh
no
yeah,
one
that
else.
just shows how
They're
not
top
deep
heavy.
they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, exactly.
They're like you guys running the final mile of the Murph last night. Top heavy.
I was wondering where you're going with that. Top heavy, yeah. Can't have the two-headed beast. I think we talked about this, but they you can't have 3 guys in the playoffs.
Dude, they let one go bad last night.
Exactly.
Robertson turned it on, hey?
Robbie Robertson?
11 games, no points, or no goals. Or is it points too?
Goals, I think.
Goals. And he nets 2 last night? Or did he get his
He
third?
got a hat trick.
Did he?
Hattie.
Got his hattie?
Got his
Yeah, I
hattie.
turned it off after the second period. I wasn't sure.
He
Good
got-
for him, though.
He hit the game winner. And then number 4, Heiskanen, whatever his name is, got the empty netter. It was pretty demoralizing empty netter because he shot it from the goal line off a draw and it went in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate seeing that.
That's so kind of risky. You don't see that too often when they fully go for the full ice.
Empty netter.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you don't have the time to even
Right.
do that, to like set up, to dial in, and
No, you-
because like most of the time you're just chipping off the glass.
You just have to launch it.
Yeah, but
Get lucky.
I would never make that.
No,
I can tell you right now.
I would get batted down.
If I ever
Oh,
got
yeah.
that opportunity as a D-man, you get the draw one to you, I'm missing that net for sure. It's not easy to actually do a full ice goal.
I'd probably flub it and get gloved down right in the slot, and then they'd score.
Yeah.
And you'd hang your head back to the bench. Sit there for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
it's
You think,
about right?
So you know how Frizz has a hot stick in our league?
Yeah.
You think tonight he's going to be a little slow because he stayed an extra night in Indy?
Yeah.
I
Tonight
think we
the-
should
He
get
won't
on
get
him for that.
he
I
won't
think
get
we-
7 goals tonight. I can guarantee you that.
I'm switching my
I'll
stick
light him
up.
up before that.
I think what you guys need to do is like
happens.
get your whole bench to chirp him about like how he had a tough weekend or
Flight
whatever.
delay.
like how he looks like a little
He's got
sluggish.
travel legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Oh,
did
we're
he stay in a
gone.
hotel? Does anyone know? He never
he stayed with Felipe in his hotel.
Felipe got his flight canceled too? I thought he said that
Felipe
he
was flying out Monday
No way.
the whole time.
Yeah, Felipe was flying out Monday.
That
Yeah, but
is
But
hilarious.
Frizz
What did
has to
Frizz
fly
do
back
Monday
today.
night?
Oh, last night?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
Last
Dude,
night.
I told you my days were messed up. I have no clue what he did.
I think he may have. Yeah, who knows?
If he stayed at the airport,
He didn't
that-
really say anything.
No,
Yeah, no,
I
that's
don't.
why I was
I
wondering.
don't think he stayed at the airport.
He would have snapped it.
Think he stayed at Marty's?
No,
I
it would have
think-
been a hotel.
well, I think the
they offered
airline-
him a
Oh, gave him a hotel.
Yeah, something like that.
Either way, I'm rubbing him out in the corners tonight.
All I know is I'm changing my stick. I'm gonna get it like 8 inches smaller so I can actually stick handle.
Same here.
Rubber
I'm doing
stick?
I'm doing the same thing.
Whole
my
rubber
stick is way too
Skin
big,
King?
dude.
I'm going way shorter so I can actually have some hands and just wrist it like
I was so
really
pissed.
short snapshots so I can at least shoot it. Like my stick's so long. If it's in front of me, I have to like wind up, and I'm so slow.
All I know is I'm predicting that my line mate here gets at least 3 tonight.
He better.
My goal is to skunk Cuddy
He was
still.
bottom of the barrel, dude. It took him like 4 shifts.
Our goal is
to
to
touch the
skunk
puck.
Frizz big time. Skunk him.
He's the leading scorer in the league. That's gonna
Not
be
anymore.
hard feet. Hard feet.
Back to the
he won't score the rest of the year.
I was just gonna say on the Edmonton game though, how tough would it be for McDavid and them? It's like again, yeah, you're the top 3 in the whole playoffs, and then Skinner's letting goals in, like the
Off his butt.
4th goal or whatever from
The goal. line.
Robertson. It's like banking it into the skate, and just little things like that. It's because can be so good offensively, and then in the playoffs it just doesn't matter
Doesn't
because you're
matter.
so weak on like any little opportunity that Dallas gets. It's
They're
There's
probably
a good
pissed.
chance.
the
Those
chance,
guys are probably pissed.
and they can't say anything.
They can't say
obviously,
anything.
No,
but
you gotta be the
you never
bigger-
would.
bigger guy.
He's a captain.
You never would.
He's not going to say, you guys need to be like me, Leon, and Evan. But in the back of his head, he's probably like, "Wow, I'm this good. My team's not.
Yeah. Well, probably.
I'm gonna go
probably
play for the
knows he-
Wild."
They probably know that they just got to carry all the weight.
Yep. That's why they're top heavy.
He's got a
They're
huge
going
head,
like
a lot of
this.
weight in his shoulder.
giant shoulder pads.
Do you think they switched the goalies?
No, not at this point. I don't know.
I don't even
Why
know.
not?
I forgot who the other goalie
It's
is.
a
Might as
que-
well.
It's a question that
That's a bad question for me. I've never been
Oh.
good at predicting goalies.
I know. I just kind of wanted you to give me an answer.
I hope not.
Keep Skinner.
He's got a good mustache.
You don't want. What is it? Picard?
Yeah, Pickard. Butt Pickard?
You don't want Picard in.
No.
Ooh. Hope that's my hot take, and the Oilers prove me very wrong.
They come back and win 3 straight.
They come back and win the series.
Yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
comes
I'm-
back to win the series.
Yeah, we need an Oilers comeback and a Florida.
I'm thinking though, based off that game yesterday, I'm thinking to me that was kind of the nail in the coffin. I think the Oilers
They're done
are
for.
I think they're going to be done. I think
see
they're
it.
giving it all they got. They're playing. They're really playing well,
McDavid
and they
played 40
still
minutes.
can't. Yeah, like they just still
Yeah.
can't. They can score.
40?
Almost.
What do you play?
I don't know. It was high. It had to have been in the 30s.
Say confident and we'll believe you.
30s, you
Played
think?
60
I'm
minutes.
finding it.
I'm guessing 28.
You little.
You can't say 40 and guess 28.
You can't do that. No. I'm finding it. Game log.
21.
21.
Can you
21.
do something for me? He had to
It's
been leading the
21.
team. Maybe not.
21. That's not even that much.
No.
He hasn't even got to 30.
They're saving them.
29.
They got a lot more gas in the tank. They're waiting for
Vancouver.
this. People start counting them out. A podcast from Minnesota is calling them out.
You
The
think Edmonton's resting McDavid right now? They're holding him back to
They're waiting
21
for the
minutes.
fan club to call him out. And now he's gonna go. Now he's
They're
gonna go.
take him off the leash and play him 40 minutes.
Yep. Another news. In other news, we almost got to see a parade this spring. I guess is this still considered
2.
spring? I almost got to see 2.
We might get one.
We might get 1, but we still might get none.
True.
Let's hope for 1 though.
First up, I don't know which one you're going with first.
I was going with the P-Dub.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
Break it down.
What's
Break
the
what
series
happened.
at?
Listen to Will here. This is a funny
How
story.
about you listen?
I've
So
heard this story.
basically, it was game 4 at the XL Energy Center. Minnesota's up 2-1 in the series. They got it. They got the Isabel
I
Cup
know.
in sights. The cup is in the building.
Mm-hmm. White gloves.
Wait, what is it called?
I believe it's called the Isabel Cup.
Sounds about right.
I heard it was the Walter Cup.
It is the Walter Cup. You are so right.
He's the
Wait.
smartest man in the room.
Isabel Cup.
Where
Yeah,
did the
that
Isabel
didn't-
Cup come from?
That's the old one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I would never
I
just
actually
made
was-
that up.
So
Wow.
it's a Walter Cup from the Walters group.
Yeah, Mick Walter.
Mick Jagger.
You know a thing or two about cups, eh?
All right, let's hear this Walter Cup in the building. It's a big cup I saw.
His
Yeah.
bowl.
Isabel was the old one. Anyways, Walter. It was 0-0. Game went to overtime?
Yep.
Double overtime? I don't know when the debacle happened. Was it in the
First,
second? It was in the
first
first one?
overtime.
Miss Heisey, friend of the pod, scored.
Gloves
Gloves
thrown.
fly off. Benches empty. Gear in the air. Minnesota fans rejoice.
The podium's out.
Walter Cup was rolling out onto the
Walter
ice.
Cup was with white gloves, getting picked up. Not sure what happened because we didn't get a chance to watch, but the
No
goal
goal.
got called back, and Boston ended up winning in double
Oh,
overtime.
that is just.
Now
to
they're
send
heading
it to Game
a
5 in
heartbreaker.
home in Boston,
in Boston.
tonight, Wednesday night.
Sorry, but that's a hard thing to come back from.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Just
PW
imagine this,
Minnesota.
Cuddy. Like you have
What'd
everything
they
you
get
put
called
into the
off for?
season. Everything you put in the season, you win the game.
You got the
and
scratches on the ice
you-
celebrating.
Like
in their
you
gear.
forget about hockey as soon as you win that trophy. You don't care about nothing. You won. Call it back and you lose. Now you got to go all the way
Well,
to Boston.
how is the coach supposed to win in overtime when he's covered in Gatorade?
He's cold.
He was probably freezing.
That would be funny if they had dumped
How
This
it.
is
far-
wet.
How far did the celebration go?
He or she. I don't
We're gonna
know who the
watch
coach
it. We're
is.
gonna watch it after this.
But
I
it
feel
was
terrible.
goalie interference.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for the
That
squad.
sucks. That's
Oh,
hard.
Speaking of goalie
hard.
interferences, I haven't seen this many in my whole life throughout the NHL playoffs, and
And-
now hearing this story.
Yeah, I know. I think when they scored 2, I feel like they should have known better based off how that goal went in. Like, they had, I think a player,
Was
I think
it-
it was Taylor too, slid completely into the crease, took the goalie like out, and then the shot went in. And like there was a player like that like bumped the goalie because blew an edge. And even so,
Blew a
even
tire.
if you think that it wasn't, there's had to been like some part in being like this could get called off.
Yeah.
But I think the celebration was one of those things like we're selling it. Like we're
Yeah.
we're
yeah.
going all
Minnesota
in
was
so
going
that
crazy.
it's so tough to
call it back.
to be like, oh, this is we've already
Oh,
They already
imagine being
started
the ref.
drinking and everything.
Imagine being the ref that had to call that one back.
well,
Yeah.
I think
Boo.
well, does it not work the same as they just go for the review? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the ref even having to call it back. If the coach,
They got a review.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It's
Oh
not-
my God,
It's like it
dude.
challenges it.
So
They had confetti on the ice and everything.
here's the fact check.
You fact
It
check.
was all in double overtime,
Okay.
and it was 70 seconds later when Boston won.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
Holy.
That's right away. That's like the next shift, basically.
Ouch.
Talk about a turn of events, eh? Brutal.
Let's give our thoughts here.
You guys watching the goal? Give us a rundown. What do you think? Let's hear it, boys. You're there.
Slid right into the goal.
You're the You're the.
It looked like they paused. They didn't want to throw the gear off. So Taylor slides in, drills the goalie. Sophie Jacques throws it in the net. They're all looking around a little bit.
They're like, is this gonna count?
There's got to be that moment where they're like,
That sucks too,
oh,
because she scored. She was pushing the
Let's watch it
goalie
again.
actually closer to making the save, because they scored on the glove side.
Yeah.
If she put it blocker side, I could have seen where it could have been
that
major
was
goalie
goalie
interference.
interference. But yeah, she helped the goalie.
She actually did help the goalie.
She moved the goalie quicker to the side the puck was
So
going to.
let's just say that you helped the goalie out. Is that still goalie interference? And it can't be.
Goalie assistance.
You're not
Good goal.
interfering.
goalie assistant.
Goalie assistance.
Well,
I don't know. I hope
they.
they.
Yeah.
I hope they can hang on.
We're rooting for them tonight, and come Friday for next episode, because this one we won't have the final update for you guys. But next one, after this episode drops, we'll give you the verdict.
Give you the verdict.
Because there's also another series here in Minnesota that is a little less likely for a championship parade. Or Timberwolves are down 0-3 in the series.
Don't count them out yet.
Can never count them out till they're out.
But yeah,
No, you got to count them out.
count them
done.
out and just hope that, quit watching and
Not being a homer. Can't be a homer on this one. They're done for.
Okay, you know how we've been talking about Minnesota is it's a hard city to be a sports fan because the teams are always really good but not good enough.
Yeah.
You guys almost got half of your professional teams with championships this year. You should be proud as a homer. The Vikings and Wild kind of pissed their pants, but B-Dub and
Yeah, well.
and Timberwolves, Twins are on a heater right
Almost. Don't even
made the best season Minnesota's had in a long ass
now.
time.
This Minnesota sports
I'm
are back.
disgusted you just said that. Because the Wolves getting swept in the Western Conference Finals means we're close.
The future's here.
They're closer.
McDavid's coming to the Wild. Timberwolves are going to be winning in the next 2 years.
Yeah, Twins lost first round of the playoffs last year. Actually, no, they won a series. Then they lost.
Then they lost.
Yeah, we're coming, boys.
What
JJ McCarthy, Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
What a year.
What do you think is happening with the Mavs? Like what the heck happened?
I think they're just way better. Legit.
Really?
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think Minnesota's just in
The
their own
game
heads.
2, the one that we were watching in the hotel, that was a pretty backbreaker for Minnesota.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
Oh.
stupid
they were
turnovers.
chirping. They were chirping
Yeah.
I think
so hard.
Ant was doing a little much.
Yeah.
like
It's trying to do too
yeah,
much.
like they're ahead, and then they blow it just by a
Yeah,
sliver.
I think they're
And
just
they had a
like-
chance for a buzzer beater and rimmed it. That would have changed the momentum so much doing that at home.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Luka comes down and just does the
Bye.
put Rudy on skates.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And then he yells in his face.
Drill
Yeah.
a 3 with 3 seconds left. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, someone asked him after the game what he said, and he was saying crap in Slovenian.
So he couldn't understand them.
Nope, he was saying
The
something.
Frenchman could not understand the Slovenian.
So where's the next game at?
Next game is tonight in Dallas.
Okay.
It's over,
4.
man.
Yeah, it might be over.
And yesterday, the Boston Celtics swept the Indiana Pacers to win the East.
Back to back.
So there might be two powerhouses going at it. I think Boston's supposed to win.
Really,
Boston's going to win the P-Dub, basketball, everything.
man. Maybe it's the year for Boston sports.
And we were saying that
Always
about Dallas
Boston's
too.
time.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas could
Stars
win
are in it,
NBA
Mans.
and NHL,
Yeah.
though, which would be
That would
crazy.
be
Yeah.
really cool.
In same arena.
that's got to be like a
That would be
a
crazy.
Same
like a crazy
arena.
stat or like
Yeah,
history.
that's probably rare.
What do you
that
think-
probably doesn't happen. Like maybe not ever.
I wonder what they're
I
thinking
don't know.
now on the
American
on the,
Airlines Center is making bank.
They're making
They
a
have
lot
a
of
game
money.
every other night.
They're making a lot of money.
I wonder what they're thinking on the planning side, knowing that both teams may be in the finals and how they're like having to be like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
now we got to schedule a mess of a setup,
Wow.
set down, and the games now with the NHL interfering.
It's a good problem
It's
to have for
it's
sure.
a great problem.
If it even is a problem, I don't know.
It seems
It'd
like
be
it'll
fun.
make someone's
Oh,
job
it ain't
a
a
little bit
problem.
All those,
it might be
uh,
stressful, but it ain't a problem.
Dude,
Yeah.
every employee in the American Airlines Center is getting a heck of a big bonus after these playoffs are done.
I did hear
More
the thing.
hours.
I
More
did hear the
hours.
thing about how it's hard for Dallas to keep the ice like super hard. Like they were saying that the ice is like softer than
Because
in
they
Edmonton.
got to switch it out so much.
Yeah, just
or
because
whatever,
it's
put
like
the bo-
well, it's
the
hotter,
port
way
over.
hotter outside in Dallas than it is
Yeah.
in Edmonton. But yeah, switching like putting the basketball court like on top of the ice and stuff.
Yeah. Be a crazy,
Messes it up a
crazy,
little
like,
bit.
logistics team. All the crap they got to do.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. Anyone else got anything? On anything? Go
That's all
Panthers
I
tonight.
got, yeah.
Go Panthers. Hopefully,
Panthers. Go Team White. Go Panthers.
yeah, go
White.
Panthers. Go Timberwolves. Go P-Dub, Minnesota.
Wolves.
A lot of games on tonight, and we can't wait to tell you about them.
Go Paddle.
Cool.
Paddle's ready for the next Indy. Thank you, everyone, for listening. For those who stopped to say hello at the race, it was very nice to talk to you
Yep.
again. Ashley, it's great meeting you and your brother. There's countless other people. Sorry if I don't remember everyone's names, but that was fun.
A lot of fun.
Mhm.
Indianapolis.
Can't wait to go back.
We'll see you next year. No more
Peace.
rain.
See ya.